Hi friends, hello. Welcome to Crack UPSC CSC with India's largest online learning platform, An Academy. This is Kiran Anishetty, faculty for Political Science, Polity, Issues in Governance, Public Administration, and Ethics. My educational qualifications are: I have done my MBA from Osmania University. I have done my PG, post graduation in Political Science and Public Administration. I have UGC NET in both political science and public administration. And I'm about to complete my LLB. I'm in last semester. With regard to UPSC, I have taken UPSC prelims with public administration optional 7 times. Those times we used to have optional in prelims. And I wrote civils mains with public administration as optional. And every time, each time I scored more than 55% in public administration option. I have more than 10 years of teaching experience in UPSC. I have taught in Telangana Government STIAS Study Circle, Telangana Government Minority IAS Study Circle, 60 IAS Academy Hyderabad, Narayana IAS Academy Hyderabad. If you have any doubts, queries, or if you want my suggestions or guidance, you can contact me on this phone number 965258 3905. 965258 3905. Friends, today we are going to discuss some important facts about state legislature. These facts are very, very important from prelims as well as mains perspective. From An Academy, you will be getting daily live classes, live tests and quizzes, structured courses, limited access to videos on UPSC civil services, mains and prelims. You can prepare with the top educators such as Sudarshan Gujar, Roman Saini, Pawan Kumar. You will be getting videos and material on UPSC prelims and mains for subjects such as polity, issues in governance, history, economy, ethics. You can subscribe 12 months. It will be 44,000, and if you use my promo code, you will get 10% discount. If you subscribe for 12 months, it will be all the more good for you because just for 64,000 you will be getting 12 months subscription. In this also, if you use my promo code, that is capital KIRAN, you will be getting 10% discount. Academy has come up recently with new subscription model, that is iconic subscription. This is very, very important for the aspirants because subscription consists of personal mentorship by the faculty, the educator by the educator. If you subscribe this particular subscription by using my promo code, that is capital KIRAN, you can get my guidance with regard to political science, polity, issues in governance, public administration, and ethics. Apart from that, an academy will assign you team of experts who will be assisting in other areas of UPSC. Then you will also be getting daily mains questions, daily study planner, personalized feedback from the educators, that is faculty, live classes, test series, limited practice, and structured schedule. For 1 year, it is 57,600 after 10% discount, and for 2 years it is 89,100 for 24 months. So use my promo code and get personalized mentorship, which is very, very essential to crack UPSC. State legislature consists of the governor, legislative assembly, and legislative council. Article 168 says the state legislature consists of the governor, legislative assembly, and legislative council. Legislative council is optional. It can be created under Article 169. We will discuss the process of creation of legislative council after a short while. 7 states till now, after I think with the deletion of separate state for Jammu and Kashmir, now 6 states have legislative council: Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, then Uttar Pradesh. These states have legislative councils. Composition of legislative assembly: maximum legislative assembly consists of 500 members, that is maximum. Minimum is 60. Maximum is 500, minimum is 60. Uttar Pradesh has largest number of MLAs, that is 403. Arunachal Pradesh, Goa and Sikkim on the other hand have 30 members. Special leverage has been given to the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Goa, Sikkim, Mizoram and Nagaland. In Uttar Pradesh, the state has maximum number of MLAs, 403. Arunachal Pradesh, Goa and Sikkim have 30 seats each. And in case of Mizoram and Nagaland, 40 and 46 respectively. In case of Mizoram and Nagaland, 40 and 46 respectively. Some members in the assemblies of Sikkim and Nagaland are elected indirectly. This point is very, very, very important, friends. Might be asked in the exam. Some seats in Nagaland, for instance, some seats from Swang district, they are reserved. The members from that particular Swang district are nominated by Tribal District Autonomous Council. Tribal District Autonomous Council. So members from that particular district are nominated by Tribal District Autonomous Council. Then in Sikkim, some seats are reserved, which are given based on nomination by some particular Buddhist sects. These members are nominated by particular Buddhist sects. So this is how these seats are, what do you say, elected indirectly in Sikkim and Nagaland. In Sikkim and Nagaland. These seats are elected indirectly in Sikkim and Nagaland. In general, only one seat is nominated by the governor, that is the member who belongs to Anglo-Indian community. In these 2 states, some more seats are filled through nomination. You remember for example. One member can be nominated by the governor from Anglo-Indian community. One member from Anglo-Indian community can be nominated by the governor. So this is with regard to every state legislative assembly. One member is nominated by the governor from Anglo-Indian committee. When 84th Amendment Act frozen the number of seats in state legislative assemblies till 2026. It is again here typing mistake. There is some typing mistake. It's done by my assistant. Is 2026. 84th Amendment Act. The number of seats in assembly have been frozen till 2026. Why the number of seats have been frozen in assembly till 2026? Here the logic is that the population, when number of seats are going to be allotted based on population, enhancement or increasing the population may become, what to say, an allurement, an encouragement in population growth. If we increase the population in the state, we are going to get more number of assembly seats. More number of assembly seats means more number of Rajya Sabha seats. That the temptation, it may act as temptation to increase the population size. To discourage such kind of thinking, the number of seats in state legislative assemblies have been frozen till 2026 by 84th Amendment Act. Legislative Council can be created under Article 169. Always remember, the upper house of the state legislature can be created by Article 169. The Article 169. In this regard, the state legislative assembly concerned should pass the resolution with special majority. In this regard, the state legislative assembly should pass the resolution with special majority. That resolution should be sent to the parliament. The parliament with simple majority can pass the resolution. Then the upper house, that is the legislative council, will be created in the state. In this regard, the decision of the parliament is final. Two important things you need to keep in your mind. First, the resolution in state legislative assembly requesting the parliament to create an upper house in state legislature should be passed with special majority. Passed with the special majority. The resolution requesting the parliament to create the council in state legislature and the state legislative assembly concerned should be passed with special majority. Should be passed with special majority. Should be passed with special majority. On the other hand, the parliament needs to pass this resolution with simple majority. The parliament needs to pass this resolution with simple majority. That is one. Special majority is required in state legislative assembly. Simple majority in parliament. And parliament's decision in this regard is final. Irrespective of the opinion of state legislature, the parliament can take the decision. The parliament can take the decision. The resolution of state legislative assembly is not binding on the parliament. Now, an interesting thing happened recently in assembly of Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh State Legislative Assembly passed a bill creating three capitals: judicial capital, executive capital, and legislative capital. But that bill was pending in the upper house, that is, Legislative Council of Andhra Pradesh, where the opposition party TDP has majority. Hence, anyhow, the bill is going to be, we say, uh, defeated in upper house. But of course, what we are going to discuss after a short while, we cannot compare the upper house at state legislature with that of Rajya Sabha, because compared to Rajya Sabha, the council has very little powers and functions. It cannot reject any bill, including ordinary bill. If the council rejects the bill and assembly repasses the bill with simple majority, or council does not take any action for 3 months, it is considered that the bill has been passed by the council. In this light, Andhra Pradesh State Legislative Assembly passed a resolution requesting the parliament to abolish the upper house of Andhra Pradesh State Legislature. It passed a resolution requesting the parliament to abolish the upper house of Andhra Pradesh State Legislature, that is council. Now, question arises: is the resolution of State Legislative Assembly binding on the parliament? Technically, no. No resolution of assembly can be binding on parliament, technically. But logically, since the burden of council is going to be, what do you say, incurred by the state government concerned, it is prudent on the part of the parliament to accept the proposal of the State Legislative Assembly of Andhra Pradesh, that is to abolish the upper house of the state legislature. So anyhow, always keep in your mind these 2 points. In parliament, in State Legislative Assembly, the resolution to request for creation of upper house in state legislature, that is council, should be passed with special majority, and in parliament it requires only simple majority. Second, the decision of the parliament in this regard is final. Opposition of state legislative council. This is where the UPSC lays catch for the aspirants, because 1/3, 1/3, 1/12, 1/12, 1/6, we tend to be confused in the examination hall because of this numerics, this doubling of numerics. So always remember, many times questions have been have been asked from this area. This is one of the areas of favorite areas of, let's say, examiner. Why it is? Because here there are lots of chances of being confused under the pressure of the exam in examination hall. 1/3 members of legislative council are elected by MLAs. 1/3 members of legislative council are elected by MLAs. 1/3 members are elected by members of local bodies. 1/3 members of state legislative council are going to be elected by MLAs of state legislative assembly. 1/3 members are going to be elected by members of local bodies, both panchayat and municipalities. 1/12 of members are going to be elected by graduates of 3 years standing. 1/12 members are going to be elected by graduates of 3 years standing. 1/12 members are going to be elected by teachers of 3 years standing and residing in the state. 1/12 members are going to be elected by teachers of 3 years standing and residing in the state. These teachers should be above primary education level. The teachers who are teaching in upper primary and high school, they are eligible. The teachers who are teaching for primary school students, they are not eligible. 12th members are elected by teachers of 3 years standing and residing in the state. 1/6 are nominated by the governor of the state concerned. 1/6 members are nominated by the governor of the state concerned. Duration assembly, the duration of state legislative assembly is for 5 years. The duration of the council is 6 years. And one more thing, the strength of council maximum, it should not exceed 1/3 of total strength of state legislative assembly. Always remember, the strength of state legislative council not exceed 1/3 of the strength of state legislative assembly. For instance, in Karnataka, for example, I'm discussing. If Karnataka assembly has 300 strength, so 100, not more than 100 members should be in state legislative council. The number of seats in council should not exceed in any instance more than 1/3 of total strength of state legislative council, state legislative assembly, and it should not be less than 40. Should not be less than 40. Should not be less than 40, and it should not exceed 1/3 of total strength of state legislative assembly. So 1/3 members in council retire every second year. 1/3 members retire in state legislative council every second year. Minimum age for assembly is 25 years and minimum age for council is 30 years. Minimum age for assembly is 25 years. Minimum age for council is 35 years. And he should be citizen of India. He should be citizen of India and he must be an elector to any legislative assembly constituency. He must be an elector. He should be voter in any state legislative assembly constituency. He must be an elector or he must be a voter in any constituency of state legislative assembly. This particular qualification, that is, he must be voter or he must be an elector in any assembly constituency described by parliament by law, that is by Representation of People's Act 1951. This has been prescribed by Representation of People's Act 1951. Quorum, 1/3, 1/10 members or 10 members, whichever is higher. Whichever is higher, 1/10 or 10 members, whichever is higher is quorum. Now, we will just compare the position of upper house in state legislature, that is council, with that of parliament, that is Rajya Sabha. In no way we can compare the council with that of parliament, the upper house of parliament. Why? First, there is no provision of joint sitting in the proceedings of the state legislature. At state level, in the proceedings of the state legislature, there is no provision for joint sitting. There is no provision for joint sitting. The bill needs to be passed separately by each house of state legislature, separately in state legislative assembly separately in council. There is no provision for joint sitting. Second reason, if the assembly repasses the bill, it is considered that the bill has been passed. If the assembly repasses the bill, it is considered that the bill has been passed. If the assembly repasses the bill, it is considered that the bill has been passed. That means even if the council rejects the bill, again the assembly repasses the same bill without any amendment, it is considered that the bill has been passed. It doesn't mean that the council reject the bill and it is the end of the bill or it is the death of the bill. No. If the assembly repasses the same bill with simple majority, it is considered that the bill has been passed. If the council does not take any action for 3 months, the assembly has passed particular bill and it has sent the bill to council for its assent, but the council has not taken any decision for 3 months, it will be considered that bill has been passed. Because of these aspects in state legislature, it is clear that the council cannot be compared in any way with Rajya Sabha in power. It is just an appendage at state legislature. The main purpose of council at state legislature to prevent hasty legislations. That's it. Not more than that. These facts you always remember. Never ever compare upper house of state legislature with that of parliament. Thank you, friends. I hope this session is very useful for you and informative. Please use my promo code, that is capital KIRAN, and get 10% discount. If you have any queries or doubts, you please send your doubts or your queries to this Telegram channel, quality_with_Kiran Anishetty. Thank you. See you in the next class with more interesting and more important topic. Thanks a lot.